Hello everyone, I'm so happy that you're still here and watching my videos. My viewers, watchers, whatever, has raised, and that makes me so happy. I know that it looks like I have a lot of subscribers, but I had help in getting subscribers. Not as many people are watching my videos as there are subscribers. That being said, it makes me happy that I'm seeing the numbers grow of people watching my videos. And I really hope that you guys are enjoying them. And if you're watching and not subscribed, I would be so grateful if you did subscribe, because I'm a starseed / Lightworkers / seraphim. I'm trying to get the word out there that ETs do exist. And I feel like if you subscribed and shared everything, that my word would go so far and reach many people, in which I'd be so grateful for that as well. And I want all of you to know that I really love you. I love everything about you. There's no limitations for my love for you. That comes from my heart. And I have a pretty big heart. As I was getting ready to do this video, I was thinking, well, what am I going to talk about today? What am I going to say? And then Bob kind of came through to me. And for those who don't know, Bob is one of my guides, and he looks like a gray, but I don't think he's a gray. He's probably like 4 foot tall, 3.5 foot to 4 foot tall, big black eyes. This ET is always so happy and loving. And he wants to pass a message on to all of you. It's so pleasant to feel his energy. I feel like he's over here. This little guy, I have so much love for him. I mean, oh my gosh. I'm sure we were close friends, because I just feel that. And maybe I was incarnated with him at some point. I'm not sure. This little guy is the one that popped through my wall. I'll tell you that little short story about it. I was asleep and I heard and felt a pop, like air popping. And you know those guys who work in like mechanics storage, or not storage, but buildings or whatever, and they have that air hose. When they push that handle, it's real forceful. Well, that woke me up because it felt like that. And the air was cold, and when I opened my eyes, he was right there. He smiled and waved vigorously and then popped out. And I seen his little feet raise up and go out the wall. I was like, I gasped, because it scared me at first, that the air gush, not him, just the air. And my daughter's dog was in there sleeping with me, and when I gasped, he just raised his head up, looked at me, and then laid his head back down and went back to sleep. Ever since that day, I have thought of that little guy so often. And he's actually in a it's not a painting, a medium that channels messages. That's what I'm thinking of, messages for other people. And while she is coming with these messages, she's drawing what she's seeing. And I shared it once, and if I remember, I'll share it again. But it is of all of my, not all of them, I shouldn't say that. Some of my guides, I'll just say that, because she said when she started, she invited them in so she could see them and draw them, and she said it was a rush of beings. It was a tremendous amount of beings, and she said, I cannot put all of you on this paper. Some of you are going to have to step back, and those step back, I don't know what they look like, but the ones that remain was Oren, my main guide, my Palladian starseed daughter, Bob. I named Bob myself because I couldn't come up with a name. 2 galactic, what was that? Galactic, the one that's always in the sky in the ship, Galactic Light Council, something like that. You know where I'm going with that, I hope. And they had no faces. They were light energy, but she made them to resemble a body, a robe or whatever, and then nothing for a face because they were of light. There's 2 of them, and I have that connection with those, of course, because they're my guides. I cannot remember. One, if I seen him in person, it would have been scary maybe, but I have advanced so far in losing fear that I know I'm not going to be scared of this being. He looks like blue with pointed ears, and I don't know, when I first look at him, he kind of looks like Dracula in a way. I don't know why, but he's very unique. And then there's another small being that his rib cage shows, and the message from him was he doesn't want to appear in front of me because he doesn't want to scare me. And I know he's listening, and I just want to say I'm at the point where it won't scare me. And then I don't know what the other being was, but I will show you. I'll insert the picture. Let's just say that. Galactic Light Council. I think that's it. I do feel like I go there often to their main ship. Oh, and by the way, I had a visit last night. I wasn't awake long, but I kind of woke up just a tad and felt vibrations in both hips. It was between both hips also. So I'm sure they were working on them again, as always. Okay, so here we go. We're going to talk about Bob, what he has to say. I asked him, or I should say, I gave him permission to give me this information to share with you. His main topic, concern, advice, I think that's it. Advice to give you would be to love everything. And this is also said by Jesus. He was a ascended master. And he even said, love thy enemy, love thy neighbor. And why do you want to love your enemy? Well, it's because it's who you're supposed to be. It doesn't mean that the enemy wins or it's okay to love them because they're going to change. I hope I'm explaining right, because I suck at explaining things. But you're supposed to love everything. When you're born, and as a small child, you know you're supposed to love everything. And you like have no fear of things. You love. But your parents end up training you and telling you scary things eventually. And they talk about bad people. So you grow up learning this, knowing, oh, there's fear. And then you start learning fear. And we're not supposed to have fear. There is nothing to fear. So he's saying, and this is him to the T. He's saying, love everything, and especially love yourself. Be happy. If you wake up in a bad mood or you're just feeling crappy or whatever, start thinking about loving yourself and telling yourself, I love everything. I love the wind. I really love the wind. I'm just throwing that out there. I love the wind. It's very cleansing, but I just love it. I don't know why. Maybe because it's cleansing. Love the trees. This is all coming from Bob. Love the trees. Love everything. And if you write a journal, love doing that. Pour out love. We are full of love. And some of you probably don't believe that. I know before my awakening, love sucked, whatever. But now, knowing who I am, and Bob guiding me because he's one of my guides, and knowing him, I'm like, oh my gosh, this little guy is so happy. That is a task in itself, to love and to be happy. I have realized since my awakening, sometimes I do wake up crabby, and I'm not really a crabby person. And if I am crabby or angry, I don't take it out on others. But I realized that if I wake up that way and I'm like, okay, you can leave now. I go to work and I show everybody that I'm happy. I'm actually low, kind of, I don't want to be here. But I still show them that I care. I only tell one person there that I love them. And if I was close to somebody else, I would say that too. But I do love everybody. I love every living entity. And he's saying that as well. I think he and I are mixing our information, our words. Love putting your clothes on. Love yourself. If you're putting shoes on, love your feet. Love your body. It doesn't matter if you're skinny or heavy. Love it. Just love yourself. I mean, things change when you start loving everything. And when you show people that you're happy, it makes them happy. You know how you go somewhere and you smile at somebody and they smile? Used to, probably before my awakening, when somebody smiled at me, I would be, oh, that's nice. And it just kind of cheered me up a little bit. And that's what life is supposed to be. You smile at people. When you pass them, say, excuse me, I am sorry. Because if you don't, you just walk in front of them and block their view or whatever. That's rude. Some people will say, it's okay, you know. And I'm like, thank you so much. But if you show people that you're polite and happy and nice and that you're full of love, your vibrations change. When you walk by, they feel those vibrations. When you wake up, just say, I love everything today. I am going to love everything because that's who I am. I have no fear. I'm going to spread happiness everywhere, even though I feel crappy. And you must work on your vibrations when you feel low like that. There's a reason why you feel low, and there's many. There could be an interference, as in a negative entity passing you. It does affect your vibrations, but you are protected from them. So you have to work on bringing that back up. I would love to be at the level and the point of Bob, because every time I think of him, oh my gosh, it just raises my happiness, my giddiness, and my love, because, oh my gosh, he's an amazing being. So pleasant, so thankful. He's over there nodding and appreciating what I'm saying. He wants me to tell you also that he loves you, all of you. He's so happy that you're here, and he's happy that I'm happy that my viewers are rising. He does get excited when I do videos, and it seems like he sits next to me quite a bit, or even floats next to me when I do videos. I think that he guides me. I also feel that he helps me get rid of my fear. Although I need to say that before my awakening, I was scared of certain things. And the reason being because I would see, feel, and hear entities all around me. And I often wondered, are some of them bad? Some are, but then I didn't know I was protected. They couldn't hurt me. And my mom would always give me scary stories, so I had fear. But after my awakening, my guides have helped me release that. He also says that if you have fear or you don't know how to expand your love for everything, he says ask your guides. He said your guides are just sitting there. They cannot interfere without your permission. So if you go and say, okay, this message is for my guides, I give you permission to help me rise my vibrations, to put me in a happy place where I'm happy, help me grow, but you have to say, I give you permission. And do you know that they get so excited when you do that? They do. They're like, yes, I got something to do. Although they do guide you on your path the way you're supposed to be going. So yeah, they can't interfere to a certain point until you give them permission. I know sometimes I do ask them to come and help me with my body. For those of you who don't know, my body's destroying my tendons, and I'm always in pain. And I had asked them to help several times, and when I did, they don't help if they really feel like I just don't need it. But when I'm in horrible pain and they know it, they come and work on my body. Because I ask them, and sometimes I don't have to. Bob is also saying, hug people. Always mentally protect yourself with a white light before you hug people, but hug people. But those people who are so low and mean and assholes, don't hug them, because that would really just affect your vibrations in your light. And I want to say something about that. My whole life, up until my awakening, when I would hug certain people, it would feel like my soul would shift away from them. My body's still here, but when I hug them, that my soul would shift. But I never knew that in the beginning. I'm like, what is that feeling? I don't understand. Every time I'd hug people, but some people, it wouldn't shift. And then when I had my awakening, I'm like, oh, my soul was shifting because it was telling me, you're not supposed to hug this person. I will say that now I hug specific people, not everybody. I have to kind of make sure that they're good. But if somebody comes to hug me and I know, I protect myself really quick and hug them really quick. I love them. I feel bad for them because if they're a negative human, I really feel bad of them, my mom especially, because it does not take much to become a better person. And Bob says, all you have to do is love and be happy. Those are the two main things that a person could have that would change the world. Bob said that. I try to change the world myself. When I know somebody is sad or going through something, I will, without their, well, that would say negative if I said it that way. I'll send my positive vibrations and white light. I'll send them their way. I don't try to pierce their aura or anything, or their vibrations or light. I just kind of send my vibrations because they are good and have them just float around and try to change their mood and make them better, as in, mentally. Bob says that you could do that. If you have all this love and happiness and you're protecting yourself all the time, you can mentally say, I'm going to send a lot of my vibrations that are high of love and happiness. I'm going to surround blah, 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 and hopefully will change her vibrations and aura. You know where I'm going. And actually that works. It really does. Bob says, I don't know why he wants me to say this. He says if you think of somebody, that they come to you instantly. And I'm not sure why he wants me to say that, because I've talked about that before. If you sit and you think about a loved one who's crossed over, if you, like Brendan in my last video, if you sit and you think, oh, I really miss Brendan, bam, he's there like that. He could be in another world, but a thought, because he hears it, a thought of him will bring him back in an instant. It's hard to feel them, though, when they do come back. I know that much. I'm not sure why Bob wanted me to tell you that. Maybe somebody needed to hear that that's watching this video. And if you are watching this video and it is you that needed to hear that, feel free to comment and I will help guide you in knowing things like that. And that goes for everybody. If you don't know how things like that work, message me. I'll answer you. Back on the love and happiness thing, I tried to make sure that I am in that space, that head space of thoughts being positive. I'm going to tell you, it's very, very hard to put yourself there. It really is. It's been 4 years for me, and I used to be so negative. Oh my gosh. When I look back, I'm like, oh my God, what a horrible thing to go through. And then I've worked on that, knowing who I am and who I was becoming. So I would tell myself every day, be happy, be love, be loving. Spread your love and happiness out there. And sometimes I'm walking through a Walmart, sometimes I'll think about it and I'm mentally just doing this. And you don't even need to use your hands. You just thoughts will send that out there. I have this craving to write little post-it notes and with positive quotes for somebody and pass them out. But I think that might be embarrassing for me. I don't know. I don't like being the center of attention. But I do love helping people. I really do. When my YouTube takes off, I still want to travel and I want to help so many people. I even want to start a retreat of helping people. It would be affordable, $5 a month or something like that. No big deal. I need to help people. And Bob is saying, yes, you do. Yes, you do. He is so special. I love Bob. That's not even his name, but I think he thinks that that's a cute name. I do know at one point there was a gray, and they called him Skinny Bob because he was thin, very thin. But he was a gray, I think. I don't know. I don't know all these races. Bob is showing me his hand. I think he's got 3 fingers and maybe a thumb. I don't know why he's even showing me that. He's doing this. But anyway, Bob is telling you he loves you. Be happy. Have no fear. Spread love and happiness everywhere you go. When you're in a bad mood, raise your vibrations with love and happiness. And once you get to that point, life is a lot different. You will see, like I do now, I look around and I'm like, I am in such a good place. Even though I'm living in my Durango, I am in such a good place. I really am. And I never would have thought that over 4 years ago. I think I just saw a UFO go right by. I'm not sure. I see a lot of those for some reason. Anyway, now I look at the world and look around, and I sit and look at people and think, oh, they're so asleep and so unaware that this life could be so much better. That's how I think. And my life is so much better. I do have hard times. I am struggling to get my truck tagged. I'm struggling really bad. I didn't think it through when I got it. But with the car payments too, this one in the Kia, and insurance really just knocks me on my butt. If any of you would like to donate and help me, I would so much appreciate it. I always post my PayPal information in every comment, description, whatever, down below. But yeah, I'm struggling. My tags, to get them tagged, is $1,900. And I pay $800 in 2 car payments, $300 in insurance for both cars. Oh, I can't go through a lot of that mentally. I'm letting my couch go back. I'm doing a rent to own. I'm letting it go back. That's saving me $100 a month. But I'm not sure why I can't save all this money, because I have been trying to get my truck tagged, and it makes me so frustrated. I have embarrassment of asking somebody to donate. I really do. That is hard to do. You have to be really brave and bold to think about that. Can you donate? Because I'm poor. In love and happiness. But yeah, and it's no big deal if you don't. I don't mind. It doesn't bug me. I just thought I would throw it out there. But anyway, I'm going to end this here. I'm sending you so much love. And I know that Bob's information and my information was intertwining. You know where I'm going. I have, my words are so jacked up, and I don't know why. It's hard for me to talk. And I'm so glad that you guys hang around and watch me fumble around with my words. So I'm going to end this here. I love you guys so, so much, and love and happiness. And I'm going to send all of you love, light, and peace. Bye.